to not be overconfident versus a team that played last night, went to a shootout, had to travel?
Well, along the way, you face these situations all the time, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So our most important thing is to prepare ourselves and not so much focus on Montreal, what we have to do to win. Let's assume we were tired and they were fresh, and that's got to be our way of preparing. The 2 points are huge, and we're not good enough to overlook anybody, as anybody in this league is. You could be going against any team, and the coaches will tell you the same thing. You have to be prepared. You have to prepare the same way. And we did a lot of good things last night, even the game against Ottawa, that we have to continue to build upon.
Ron, everyone in your room obviously knows how big Joffrey Lupul has been, but to be recognized and be named an assistant captain for the All-Star team, what does that mean to see how much he's being, noticed for what he's been doing outside of this room?
Well, that's a nice little feather in his cap for the moment. He's had a great year, been very consistent, and I think the most relieved guy in the room right now will be Phil Kessel, in the sense that, Chara was with the Bruins, and they seem to give Phil a hard time, and Danny Alfredson, that's one of our biggest rivals. I think Phil was worrying that they might try to get together and pass him over again. So Loops will prevent that from happening, but that our organization gets that kind of recognition is excellent.
Ron, for all the grief that people gave your penalty kill through December, you guys, 8 straight games here in January. I know you're not taking a lot of penalties, but what have you seen the big difference? A couple of your players were saying just the confidence level. I mean, they knew how bad things were, and it seemed to maybe snowball at times where the confidence just wasn't there on the kill.
Well, that's the way it's been all year. In November, we were pretty good on the penalty kill, and the same feeling was generated. Then we had a couple bad games to start December, and our confidence tumbled. But now we're aggressive. Big thing is we've gotten some really good games when we've been shorthanded from the monster, and that makes a big difference. Your goalie has to make some saves. You're not going to be perfect on the penalty kill. You're going to make a mistake here and there, and you need to save, and we've gotten that. But confidence from just being successful. And again, you've got to give our guys credit for being really disciplined, that we haven't had very many games where we've spent a lot of time killing penalties.
Dave Steckel mentioned lazy penalties. They're gone.
Yeah.
Just feet moving?
Well, feet moving and keeping your sticks down. It's surprising when you look around the league how many penalties are stick-related, hooking and slashing and things like that. And we pretty much, if you keep your stick down, and that's a mantra that we have with our players, and the one we've really eliminated is the slashing sticks, which is almost human nature. And somebody's phone's ringing here. Pick it up.
Answer. Why answer? Somebody's wife.
It's not for me, yeah. But you just automatically chop down on a guy's stick, and if the stick breaks, it might not even be violent. And you saw last night in the game, you go to shoot a puck in a shootout, your stick snaps. Well, I guarantee you he'd either slash somebody or someone had slashed him 5 minutes before or during the overtime, and he didn't realize his stick was weakened. I'm talking about Kostitsin there, and that's embarrassing to see that happen, but that's the way these new sticks are. So they can break, and you get a needless penalty, and those are the kind of penalties that oftentimes you don't kill, the cheap penalties.
Is there a case to be made to play with wooden sticks in the last 5 minutes of the game when you're up with a goal, maybe?
Yeah, I suppose so, but that'd be awful hard. Be a mess on the bench with having regular sticks and wooden sticks and things like that. But wooden sticks used to break too, so, but in a different sort of manner, not in the shaft the way that modern sticks break.
You're not anticipating any changes for tonight?
No, I'm not.
Have you given any more thought to the guys wearing helmets?
Yeah, they did. I made it mandatory, and everybody wore a helmet in the last warm-up. So it's not an issue with us. There are only 2 guys, and they both really didn't like it, but we've made it, hey, too bad. We're not going to suffer. And there are, in the last month, there's been 3 guys who've been binged. 2 didn't play. one being Gonchar and one being Adam Hall, and I forget who else, there's somebody else who got cut pretty bad, and he came back and he managed to play, but that's 3 in 30 days. 3 unnecessary injuries. If you're wearing a helmet, nothing happens. In fact, Gonchar missed 2 games of getting hit in the head with a puck.
Right, weren't you just talking about the guy stepping on a puck last week?
Yeah,
Way
one of
back.
our guys, yeah, and he got hurt a little bit, not enough to miss a game, but still hurt him enough that it took a little away from him. That's stepping on a puck, which is what happened in this incident. Guy stepped on a puck, took out Adam Hall. 2 guys are sliding, and that other kid couldn't get out of the way. Just fortunate that it was only a cut that's ugly, but not life-threatening. He could have got him straight across the eyes, or even worse yet, in the throat, and then what are you gonna do? That still could happen. Not wearing a helmet, you still get something bizarre, but eliminate as many chances and reduce that risk as much as possible.